Of course, my main problem for this video is I don't have anything like a wand. Closium inofiosa. Welcome to the StorycastRob Geek Week. This week I'm going to be producing a video every day, and I'm going to talk about my relationship with one or more of the geek properties close to my heart. And today I'm going to be talking about Harry Potter. Now, this video is going to be two parts really. First of all, I'm going to talk a little bit about my relationship with Harry Potter as a franchise, and then I'm going to have a go at taking the Pottermore quiz to find out which house I am in for Hogwarts. I mean, why not? I've seen a few people do this earlier in the year. I actually planned this video back at the end of December, where several people on YouTube were doing a kind of a revisit of their Hogwarts houses, but this will be my first attempt, and 3 months late. But I think, I'm very much in the zeitgeist. Look, let me be honest. I like Harry Potter, but I'm not a huge Potterhead. This scarf, very much wearing it under false pretenses. So let's get that off right now. Straighten that out. So, yes, I've read all of the Harry Potter books, not Cursed Child, obviously. I've watched all of the movies and have enjoyed them all to various levels. But I'm not a big Potterhead. When the first encounter I really had with Harry Potter as a franchise was hearing on the news that a new book was coming out and people were queuing around the corner at midnight for the special release of this book, and I thought that was weird. Not because people were doing it, I thought that was entirely reasonable, to be honest, but that it was book 4 or 5 that it was coming out, and I'd not heard of this franchise before this point. And the first time I consumed any Harry Potter media was actually the first film, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I don't know why I'm telling you that, you already know that. And yes, I'm British, so philosophers, not sorcerers. Quite enjoyed it, thought it was a bit of fun, decided to pick up the first couple of books and give them a read. I, of course, bought the adult cover version of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone because I didn't want to be reading a kid's book on the tube. Except back then, if you weren't reading the kid's book Harry Potter on the tube, you were the one who was standing out. It was everywhere back then. So yes, I enjoyed the first couple of movies. I enjoyed most of the books. I have some problems with Deathly Hallows. The ending of the series just doesn't really kind of land for me. It's quite interesting to watch J.K. Rowling's journey through the series of books. And I mean journey as a writer. During those, because in the early days her stuff is a little bit raw, a little bit naive, a little bit uncooked. I think Sorcerer's Stone and Chamber of Secrets, particularly Chamber of Secrets, which I think is quite a weak book. Really, you can tell that she is still learning her craft. I think the middle series of books are where she is strongest. Goblet of Fire, Order of the Phoenix, enjoy those a lot. But by the time we get to the end of the series, particularly around Deathly Hallows, I really feel that she has become this juggernaut of a writing phenomenon. And she has reached that point that so many big authors get to, where she's given up on editors and she's just putting her vision out there the way that she wants it. And on one level, that is fantastic. That is something much to be strived for. But it's the same problem we get with George Lucas, the same problem we get with later Robert Jordan books, where we reach this point where you actually need an editor to come in and say, look, tighten this up. Deathly Hallows, the Battle of Hogwarts at the end, quite impressive, quite enjoyed, quite liked, but there was an awful lot of time sitting in tents, being annoyed with each other, and people will tell you that that's character work, but there was an awful lot of it, and it did go on forever, and it really, for me, ruined Deathly Hallows Part 1, the movie, and Deathly Hallows, the novel, just was such a slog for me. And I know that people are going to, if anyone watches this video, I might get some downvotes for that opinion, because it really is, potentially dangerous to upset Harry Potter fans. Hotter fans? Hotter fans, why not? In fact, while we're on that subject, I have some other problems with Deathly Hallows, which I will just mention in passing. What was the point of Deathly Hallows? The book is called Deathly Hallows, and the Cloak of Invisibility gets used, I suppose, maybe. The Elder Wand is certainly important. And the Resurrection Stone has a nice moment at the end where it lets Harry see dearly departed for some encouragement. Or it lets him get resurrected. It's really unclear what happens with the Resurrection Stone. It's really unclear what the point of it is within the narrative. If you were to call the last book Harry Potter and the Elder Wand, I'd give you that, but the Deathly Hallows, we're already searching for Horcruxes. We don't need some mystical objects, some other group of set of mystical objects to be named after. And the whole story of the Peverell brothers really just slows down the book unnecessarily. Another thing which I think could quite happily be cut from Deathly Hallows without affecting the actual impact of the story. It's just me. It's possible that Deathly Hallows becomes more important in Fantastic Beasts, but there's a franchise with its own problems as well. I did enjoy Harry Potter, really, honestly, I did. Just, there were issues. I've got, look, where are we? Jacob Kowalski Lego figure. I enjoy Harry Potter. Yeah, let's move on. I'm going to finish off today with a quick look at the Pottermore quiz for finding out which Hogwarts house you are in, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to take a couple of screenshots as I go. We're not going to sit here and watch me use the app on my phone, but I'll put up a couple of screenshots as we go through, and we can find out what house I am in. Right, okay, well this is an easy one, because if I can possibly avoid it, I avoid dawn, so it's going to have to be dusk for me. Well, I haven't seen the list yet, but it won't be herbology. Never met a vegetable I enjoyed. Aha, this one will be vegetables again, I suspect. Oh, well, this one is going to be a bit trickier because it will really very much depend on what equipment I've got. Do I have just my wand? Do I have any rings of protection or braces of armor? Or okay, let me look at the options. Actually, this is yeah, we're going to go with this one. Right then, let's find out. What house am I? Ravenclaw. Alright. Yeah. I can be Ravenclaw. I can be smart. I'm wearing glasses. I'm certainly never going to be Gryffindor. I am not brave. I don't think that I have the ambition or cunning to be Slytherin. So going in, I suspected it would be either Hufflepuff or Ravenclaw. I'd have been happy with either, but Ravenclaw, yeah, I know, I shall be a Ravenclaw. Ravenclawicus. No, let's not do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Right, there we go. I am StorycastRob Ravenclaw. Brilliant. That's it from me today. Join me for the rest of the week for Geek Week. I'll put a playlist sort of there. If you want to see more about me and my writing, check the playlist over there. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Cheers.